We're at the Peterson Automobile Museum, Wilshire Boulevard, in Los Angeles. Hypercars. Unbelievable design. Peterson Automobile Museum. This exhibit is staggeringly good. Staggering cars. This one's a little more of a traditional design. This is a Delage prototype. And this is just in the lobby. This Delage, though, is above it all. These are Hyper, all right. It's called a Zinger. The V8 with 3 electric motors. Now we have Hyper motorcycles. This is an Aston Martin. So let's go into the rest of the exhibit. Hypercars. Unbelievable. Along with noises. Rimac Electric. This is called a Neo. Both of these cars have electric. This one has 4 motors. Neo. This is the McLaren Speedtail, for obvious reasons. This is the Koenigsegg. This is called a Devil, or Devil 16. United Arab Emirates is where it was created, or comes from. Said it before. Unbelievable. V8. Only V8? That's 16? There's got to be 2 V8s. Yeah, it's 2 V8s, but not next to each other, or one crankshaft. In other words, there's a V8 there and a V8 there, all transmitting at 2,000 or more horsepower to the rear. What can you say? The modern age. Now this is the Pagani V12 Italian. I know a little bit about this one. Lamborghini Centenaro. See, and the Ferrari, LaFerrari. It looks so tame. Now we have the Bugatti Veyron. Center stage. Finally, the Hennessy. Hypercars. Very popular exhibit here in LA. Off-road. We're sort of out of the hypercars now for a while. Get ready. An Edsel. That's a hypercar. All right, this is a hypercar too. Suspension. Electrics. This is the Tesla prototype, the first one. And just behind it is the Fisker. Staying in the electric category of the Forerunners. Can you believe it? The Renault Dauphin. Well, we're back to hypercars for a moment in the electric category. The foot compartment. The dashboard. I wonder if they're still called a dashboard. Don't need it. And the seat. And the aerodynamics. One electric. Two electric. All right, let's go back to the old noise-making, reciprocating engine types. Look at this. Here's a Mangusta. De Tomaso. And this is the De Tomaso that Pete Brock designed. And a De Tomaso Mangusta. De Tomaso. Man himself. Just some displays changing on the wall of what, when this car was built, hand hammered, handmade, everything. Just back to this magnificent exhibit here of De Tomaso. This is called From Beetle to Dune Buggy. That's a hypercar. How to shape the future. Go to Art Center. In the Art Center room here with some very nice models. Interesting. And then look at here. Here's 3D printing. Well, hypercars that you can actually own. McLaren and the new Corvette. This is a room here for Dale Clift, who was a designer at one time and tried to produce certain cars. Part of the Peterson Museum archives here. This is video games. That's why the Ferrari with the Mercedes symbol. Artistic liberties. Anyway, interesting exhibit. Yeah, video games and movies. Cars. Oh, God. There's a beautiful painting here. Believe it or not, it's got a Mercedes symbol on it. But here's the Saline artwork for the movie Cars. Yes, beautiful. Oh boy. Well, we're here. First motorcycle on Mars. Okay, is there anybody gonna ride it? This is called Lost in Space Again. The miniature off-world landing vehicle. A little more aggressive design. Peterson always has a great motorcycle exhibit. Of course, they're showing a rover on some planet, but here is an around-the-world motorcycle. Somebody pursued. Peking to Paris three-wheeler. One-man caravan. These are all distant bikes, I guess. First motor vehicle to cross the USA, believe it or not. It looks in showroom condition here. Then we got a Harley Davidson, we'll see it a little bit later here, sidecar. Now we're sort of in off the road type bikes. The original Baja Buster. There's that Harley Davidson, it's called the first women motorcyclists across the USA and others. First motorcycle around the world, a Henderson. This exhibit is, you know, these are pretty momentous stuff. Should have shown this first. Oh, when riding was an adventure. It still is, but around the world, Peking to Paris. So much to see and do. Now these are adventure touring. Look at the pack on the back. Riser bars. Of course, an Indian. One man's collection of Formula One cars. Formula One history. Engines. God, they're so tiny. Compact. Now we're in the gallery upstairs. GT40. Mercedes-Benz. Semi-boat tail. Duesenberg, characteristic green engine. Steve McQueen's D-Type Jaguar. 250 short wheelbase Ferrari. Lamborghini Miura. Stratos. BMW. Numerous historical cars. NSX there. Here's Vector. Saline. Maserati. Just can't stay away from those supercars. Lamborghini. Fate of the Furious is the movie that this car was out of. And suffer a nice life, I guess, in the movie. Lamborghini. Of course, there's one famous car among many in the museum here, but this is the one that Ferrari gave to Henry Ford. And of course, there's always a gull wing. That's a supercar. Steve McQueen's Jaguar. Remember the Delhaye supercar downstairs? Or Hypercar? This was hyper for its time. One of one, Isodera. A German firm created this. There are only three. This is the only one that exists now. V12. Definitely hyper. This was hyper weird. Spiker. Very strange car for its time, or any other time. Ferrari 512, 1988. 2004, Ferrari Enzo. Cars from the movies. Obviously we know what this one is. James Bond. 007. Tow sled used in Thunderball, the movie. Used in James Bond's movie Goldfinger. That's just a model. You Only Live Twice, a model of a Bell helicopter used in that movie. Mercury Cougar used in Her Majesty's Service movie. Diamonds Are Forever. George Barris created this underwater vehicle. There's the vehicle we just saw, the George Barris vehicle. Used in Diamonds Are Forever. This Honda scooter. Diamonds Are Forever. Mustang. That was the boat just went over the car. Missed that one. Oof. Live and Let Die. Blastron. Boat. Used in the movie Man with the Golden Gun. This finally writes it up. I think there's something afoot here. What are they showing? Okay, he spies a way to cross the river now. It's too much. All right, here we go. Okay, there it is. I made the chase. This is the Lotus from The Spy Who Loved Me. Here we go again. The bad guy. Oh boy, he's in trouble. Oh, look at the eyes. How the heck do I get out of this? Put on his helmet. Oh, that's what happens. Look at that. This is what every guy needs to be saved by. Now, of course, he's going to go over. And here's... Whoops, steering wheel comes out. Oh, okay. Well, what the hell. Yeah, I was watching that. I got involved. Here's the boat. With the hang glider. Used in the movie Moonraker. Okay. This is just unreal. The Spy Who Loved Me. Jet ski. So much and so much more. Filming car, 2CV. Obviously now they know how to do it. Hitched to another vehicle. Yeah, like that. Beach buggy from Your Eyes Only. That's not it. This is it. Notice it flying over the... Yes, in the movie. Never say never again. Submarine. Weapon. Yeah, you can actually go inside a real submarine. License to Kill. Cessna Skyhawk. You remember. Yeah, you're coming down and get in that plane. Okay. Oh, almost. There we go. So you can lasso it now. Man with the Golden Eye. Used in The Living Daylights, the name of the movie. And of course, that Cessna is right up there. So these motorcycles come in. Tomorrow never dies. Also from Tomorrow Never Dies. Look at the missiles on the sunroof. That's cool. Yeah. The world is not enough. Used in Quantum of Solace. Yeah, a little damage. They want you to sit on this snowmobile, used in one of the Bond movies. Die Another Day, another Aston Martin, properly equipped. Die Another Day with another means of destruction, Aston Martin. I forgot to mention, it leaves the ground a little bit. Used in Spectre, another Aston Martin.
Decades still.
90 years of Pininfarina.
What could be a racing car of the 30s after.
And this isn't even a hypercar display. Of course, there's the Ferrari Dino. But in the early days, you had Battista Farina who did the Tusitalia, which is in the Museum of Modern Art.
So I was asked.
Back to this one, because it's named the Battista, which is the first Farina of the Farina design clan. And a little more of the history. Here is a Alfa Romeo convertible, gorgeous. Besides cars and styling, Pininfarina has designed a number of other things. You know the Coke machine that you see on fast food? Yeah. Boats, all kinds of other things. An absolutely great exhibit. I think this kind of sums up today. Unbelievable design. Hypercars. What an experience. We're at the Peterson Automobile Museum, Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. A spectacular sight on Museum Row, across from the Academy. I'm in the lobby. There are a number of hypercars here. Give you an idea of the hypercar exhibit. Ferrari. Here's another car in the lobby. This is a McLaren Elva, it's called. Turbocharged V8. McLaren, ho-hum, another hypercar. Lamborghini. Now, the premier exhibit, Hypercars 2. Unreal. La Rica Sahara. Unizig. Porsche. Pagani. McLaren. Wow. Hispano Suiza. Yes. Hispano Suiza. Bugatti. Rimac. Hyperion XP1. Sensational. Beyond belief. Cody 67. Ken Okimama. He designed the Ferrari Enzo. Unreal. The Hyperion again. We're going to close in on some of the details of these cars. This is just remarkable. Look at the air coming up from the wheel, simulated.
2 million plus. 2 million plus.
Just catching a few more details. The rack.
Not surprised. Pictures that you take
Unbelievable.
you can put up online.
Ah, the carbon fiber look. Everywhere. The Pagani again. Here's looking at you. Hypercars. What a show. Hypercars, the allure of the extreme. That sure proves it here. Motorcycles, and we'll get into these. These are just as interesting as the Hypercars. We'll start with these record motorcycles. 1922 recreation. I think it's electric. The part, the frame, the motor, fabulous. These are electric, more recent, recent meaning on the road and manufactured possibly. Now we saw that record motorcycle, that red one, right in the beginning. Well, here's a black and white photo of it on the wall. These are all electric. Amazing. Yeah. I'm thinking all these are electric as well. These first ones sure are. Yep. So much going on in a world of just electric motorcycles. Still have two wheels. Great name for a motorcycle, electric, live wire. I'm going to call this short circuit. I don't think so. Hard to explain. I don't think it has a motor in it. Another live wire. Fabulous array. Look at this one. It's just cute. It's just great. Everything. Look at the front forks. Special design. And the open hole here. You can put your lunch in there. It's real. I love it. This room here is dedicated to the McLaren. They call it papaya yellow. The color that they used in all their race cars when he was alive. Everything from Formula One to Can-Am to and a lot of noise and action pictures along with it. (2018) McLaren name. Fabulous exhibit. I say it, but the Peterson is beyond great. It's sensational. Yeah, these rather new ones are beautifully shaped. The air nuances there. Everywhere. Hot Wheels, Bad to the Blade, it's called. That is a great shape. Gonna revisit some of these. That's McLaren yellow, but it's not a McLaren. Oh, what a great car this is. The cars await. Yep. And await they do. From a Voisin to a Tucker. Motorcycles, of course, and famous Dan Gurney motorcycle. Lots of variety. And age. And style. And uniqueness. 1914 Petite Special. And how about this? Custom Porsche. Fabulous. Custom Studebaker. And long Packard. And another Packard. And some current prototypes. I'm back. Got to do this Porsche one more time. Fabulous. Now we're in vehicles from the movies. Should have known Terminator, some motorcycle. Now we've got a whole line of other cars from the movies. This is a replica Mercedes for a movie. Quite nice. A movie called The Red Notice. Oh, you're in a heap amount of trouble here. From a Steven Spielberg movie. BMW's slightly altered from the street version, but amazing. And a Batmobile. Boris bike. Wow. One-wheel motorcycle. Quite a grouping. Monocycle. 32 Ford is featured here. They were featured at Pebble Beach this year. 32 Fords. Some more pure than others. Or should I say less pure. It's still a flathead though. Wow. 32s. And a very custom one. Oh yeah, the Nelson Boys. We remember them from the 50s. Back to electric vehicles, heyday and hard times. That's what this exhibit's about. Well, that's not bad. Doesn't look like hard times to me, but it looks fabulous. Well, this show is really the origins of the Tesla as well, along with the story of electric cars. It shows inside Tesla, supercharging the electric revolution. Standing out in marked contrast here is the new Tesla. And wait till you see the next view of a Tesla. This view of a Tesla. Fabulous display. And here's the Lotus bodied that started the original Tesla sports car. There's the Lotus car, and there's the original Tesla battery in the back. We are introducing the Roadster. This is the type of car he sent into space, never to be known where it is going. But here's the original sort of mock-up model. And now the original product. Believe it or not, Mercedes helped with the battery work in the original days. Now what wind tunnels do electronically. Ends up being a work of art. Getting to the chassis of it all. Oh, and the charging stations. This is a deconstructed battery pack. Oops. And there it goes into all the batteries. Yeah, all those little cylinders are batteries. And now for the grand display. Pictures of the factories, and someplace here in Germany is one of the battery factories. I'll take apart here. This is great, sort of simulating, but this is one of those robots that installs parts into the assembly line. This is sort of a demonstration of exactly how that works. Another view of that robot positioning itself. Of course, here's a factory photo that shows all the robots in line doing their job. And here's their frontal crash vehicle showing the results. All right, the motors, they call them drive unit. The third generational drive unit. It's also the, well, there isn't really a transmission, but let us say the gears that drive the rear wheels come from here. Pretty remarkable stuff. Again, this wall of cars with some of the styling drawings behind it, renderings. All right, there's a sports car, although this doesn't look too sporty. That was planned. I don't know if it's still going to be built. And other pictures of the cars. And the introductions, there's the sports car introduction. But then there was a lot of discussion about the truck. And we'll see one outside a little bit from now. Look at the different designs for aerodynamics, I imagine, for the truck that were done. Well, that's what they ended up with. And here is a mock-up model of the Tesla truck. A big windshield. Some videos here. Okay, here it is, the famous truck. Very popular, as you can see, all the people here. Yeah, it's big. I'm quite surprised how big it is. And of course, the slide out, and there's a little electric vehicle to go in. Yeah, just a pickup truck, that's all it is. The truck. All right, here's a Tesla robot prototype. Real close up. This is the way it's going to be someday. You know, we're all replaceable. And there's the introduction of it. Here he comes. Here's what the robot's supposed to do. It's a wonderful world. It's a Hyperloop concept, yes. That you go in a tube, and here's the shape of the concept vehicle. That's what it's supposed to do. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this. This is that Hyperloop thing. Drive your car through it. Speaking of space and all that sort of thing, here is one of the vehicles that was launched into space by one of his rockets. And nowhere it is. So far away from Earth, who knows? Tesla. This is the Andy Warhol exhibit artwork in collaboration with Mercedes-Benz. The one that was originally planned for the Wankel engine. These cars are famous. This is a Grand Prix car, pre-war, and some of Warhol's artwork. Okay, the original automobile, Daimler. Motorwagen. Great exhibit. A lot of color in the background with the silver cars. Very impressive. Let's give Andy his due here. Gullwing is an icon of Mercedes. 300 SL. Gullwing, of course. 300 SLR. This car is famous beyond words. Remarkable. Great selection.